and explain us once again. And after which, if any queries are there, he'll be happy to help you out. Okay. Meanwhile, please mute yourself so that he can explain to us. Mr. Vishal Bhai,
Yeah,
Vishal Bhai, can you please take over?
yeah. Thank you, Sandeep ji.
Yeah.
Hello everyone. As we are all aware that today's purpose of this meeting is like we are now almost ready to shoot the roof, and uh, I hope that everybody is like quite and motivated, and uh, all set to get more and more business, which is already on your way. And congratulations to all of you. Quite, I mean, leaving few, almost many of them have already updated their booths. And uh, am I on mute? So many of you have already updated their booths, and whatever slight small corrections were there, that we have already done it. So you need not worry. But there are quite a few people who are yet to upload their booths completely. Okay, completely in the sense, right from branding, the contents, everything they are yet to update. And we are also being sending them the personal emails, okay, to their email ID, so that they can do the needful. So I request all those people who are yet to update their booths to please finish it up by today itself, because after today 6 p.m. or maybe like maximum 7 p.m. we are allowing the to access your booth and update the same. After that, sorry to say, but we will not be able to help you out, because then we also have to do our role, for setting up the platform and cleaning up the server space and everything. So we have lot many things to do after that. So today after 7 p.m. we will not be allowing anybody to access their booth, neither update their booth. Right now, coming back to the agenda of today's meeting, like we are going to showcase you your dashboard. Okay, so just for your reference, I would request Miss Mayuri Bharte to share her screen. Okay, we will be accessing her dashboard and we'll show you what all things you can do from your dashboard. And then the session will be taken over by Mr. Gagan Kapoor, who will tell you how you can um, you know interact with your visitors, how you can uh, leverage the data what you get on your booth, right? And then what you should do, how you should communicate with your uh, visitors and all that. So it's going to be a fantastic session, right? Okay, so I think this is the front end of everybody's booth. Okay, so okay, Mayuri ji, can you go to your dashboard, click on your dashboard. Next level. Okay. You can see a button, copy stall public URL. Okay, so this is the button which you can simply copy your URL, okay, and paste it in your WhatsApp, social media, wherever you want your wherever you want your visitors to directly visit your booth. Okay, so they will be just simply clicking on that link and coming onto the platform, and fill up a small registration form in case they have not registered, or if they have registered they will straight away log in, and they will be able to directly visit your booth first. All right, and then after that they can uh, go around your booth, go around the rest of the exhibition. Okay, so it's an opportunity for you that all of you can simply just copy stall URL, your particular stall URL, and share it with your prospective visitors, right? Then on the left hand side, you can see, there are buttons called as stall visitors, visitor activities. So stall visitors are the data. In fact, I've already explained this earlier quite a few times, but then not click anything. Okay, working with own culture. Okay, click guys. Can you all how to mail on
But नहीं, ये इंटरनेट है, हमको अभी बहुत सारा ओपन हो गया है।
Okay, sir, got it.
अबाउट क्वेरीज ना, कुछ क्वेरीज है तो
Okay, so I think most of you will quite will be the button is simply visible. It's already at a very breathing space area wherein preview my stall button is written on the top right hand side of your dashboard. So you can simply click on that button, view your stall, and then let us know if any changes are to be done. Okay, but that too only for today, not for tomorrow. All right. So I request every exhibitor to please visit their booth and let us know whatever updates are to be done. Okay. I think
Do you want someone else to share the screen if there is an internet issue there?
yeah, maybe Mudit ji, if you can share your screen and log into your dashboard. Okay, one simple question which I am sure would be arising in everybody's mind, that how to visit other stalls. Okay, see, basically you are exhibitors and there is a limitation on the virtual platform that being an exhibitor, uh, I we are going to put a button called as go to exhibition on the top right hand side. Right now it is kept off because we have noticed that quite a few exhibitors had already started visiting the exhibition. Okay, so guys, this is not the right time to visit the exhibition. Once we are live fully on 18th, you are free to navigate there and visit the exhibition. Okay, there and visit the entire exhibition, or else you can also register yourself as a visitor from a different ID and then visit the entire exhibition. Are you able to share your screen?
Yes.
Right. So this is the dashboard of Mudit ji stall. Okay. So like how you can see. Okay. Guys, one understand one thing in your stall representatives. Okay. Those whose video chat option is empty. Okay. So now what you need to do is only those people who have their video chat active. Okay, they are only supposed to be online during the exhibition. Otherwise, for the WhatsApp, you don't need to be online. Automatically, the visitors will get connected with you on the WhatsApp. But those who have the whereby IDs, okay, so they need to just simply click that whereby, login on their whereby IDs and keep it open in any of the browser. Okay, keep it open in any of the tab. Okay, so that if any visitor is arriving on your booth, he can talk to you over a video call. So only those people whose video chat is active, they are supposed to be, be online. Otherwise, no need to be online. It's just a incoming facility for all you guys. You guys are going to be flooded with the business. Right. So I hope I have answered mostly all your this thing. I mean, mostly all your questions would have been by default answered by me. Any questions? would it, I mean, all the questions we will take after the session of Mr. Gagan Kapoor. So I think Mr. Gagan Kapoor is online. Is he there? Gaganji?
Yes, yes, I'm there, Vishal.
All right. So, guys, you know, get set for an fantastic, session which is going to almost, I can say, by participating in this exhibition, which will absolutely change the way you approach the visitors, and the chances of converting your leads to business. Okay, getting a message onto your phone that so and so amount is getting credited into your bank account. Okay, the chances of that will increase when you hear him out. So over to you, Gaganji.
Thank you, Vishal, and it's an absolute pleasure to see you all one more time. We were there 2 weeks back approximately, and now it's my pleasure to see you all back. Of course, we have. I was talking to Vishal this morning and yesterday, and I see the kind of planning you all have already started. And I know that a lot of you who all are very excited. Just a second. Somebody said my volume is low. Is that so? Can anybody tell me if I am? You can hear me out properly.
Yeah, you are clear, Gagan. No problem.
Okay. Anish actually said that my volume seems to be low. Okay, good. Thank you so much for letting me know that. I am just quickly going to super excitement. Go up. Says I so you. I yes, things on parts of you to speak. What do you doubt in the exhibition? Of things there's without them is before disaster. You may think that I am 30 years in business. Nobody knows my business better than that, better than me. That's good, amazing. But have you practiced the first 30 seconds? What will come out from your mouth, right? That is going to make the biggest of the impact on your visitors. So tell me, how many of you have practiced what you are going to speak from tomorrow to your people? When I say practice, literally practice. Yes or no? I see Commander Skandan has done that. Hamir has done that. Good to see some people who have got these things sorted. But for all the people who haven't yet thought about it, it's your time to really pen down, write down the first 30 seconds of what you're going to speak, and you will feel very confident about it. And today we are going to do a bit of a thing around what are we going to speak. Okay, so we will touch that topic. Then start talking without capturing their information. Of course, there will be lead details which will be given to you, but without what are they, who are they, what is the requirement, without capturing. You will always need to keep a notepad next to you. So if you start talking them without capturing, a recipe for disaster. You can't afford to do that. No communication or follow-up is again a big challenge. We will know each one of them today. Ignoring and underestimating prospect that they are not good or they are good. And last but not the least, what's in a name, right? We all know Stephen Covey in his book from 7 Habits of the Most Highest Effective People said this, that the talking to somebody with names is very critical. Showing interest in them is very critical. So what you need to do is when you are talking to people, talk to them with that interest. It is going to greatly help you. Okay, so now let's get going and talk about the agenda for today, and we will see that what really we need to do. Okay, so let's go ahead with the agenda, and I would request our backend team to please keep a track of people who are unmuting, and I would request everyone to please keep your microphones on the mute mode. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about the agenda for today. First of all, we are going to understand how do you really differentiate yourself. That's something which is critical. We will be talking about it, number one. Then we will be talking about kinds of visitors and what to talk to them. We will have a very good clarity on that. How to engage with prospects in trade shows. We will talk about that. And what do to do with all the leads what you receive, and how do you really close the sales. These are the 5 points of discussion which we are going to have today from our session. Okay, now what we are going to do is we need to first look at, and I had spoken to you about it earlier as well, we need to first look at what is your goal. And I had spoken to you all about the goal last time. Okay, how many of you were with me on in the last presentation? Please type in last in the chat box for me. I want to understand how many of you know and where we are talking about. I see a couple of you have already sent a message. Last. Yes. Come in faster. If you were there, it will be great to see. Okay, I see that there are many people who were there last time with me. So last time I spoke something very critical about our goals, and I want to just quickly review it just within a minute so that we know what we have to do. Tomorrow, when we go there, when we start our presentations, right? Not a day after tomorrow, of course. How many visitors will see my booth? That is one goal you have to have. Meaningful conversations. What kind of meaningful conversations you will have? What kind of follow-up meetings? How many follow-up meetings you will have? And what kind of business you want to achieve from this? These are some of the critical things, what goals, what you need to make from this particular exhibition. And I will recommend that if you haven't done as yet, write it on a piece of paper, click this photograph and write it on in front of them, the numbers, what you are going to achieve from this particular exhibition. Okay, now let's go ahead and talk about something also very, very important, which definitely derives the thought that whatever you're going to speak in this particular exhibition will have a great impact on the visitors. So let's first see our USP, about our USP, our unique selling point, or otherwise what we call it as a unique selling proposition. Let's talk about USP a bit, and after that we will define what needs to be done, right? First of all, we will look at how do you really position ourselves in our discussions whenever we are going to talk to the customer. And I see that this particular slide practically gives a clarity on what is that we have to do. Number one, if you notice here, what your consumer wants. Now, what your consumer wants and what your brand does well, if that suits, right? If that is happening, then this is your winning side. But if you are thinking about something what your competitor also does, or you are talking about something what your competitor also does, more than likely it is not going to benefit. If it is something which your consumer doesn't want, who cares? Nobody needs that kind of a thing, right? You see the question mark business, something what you also do and your competitor also does, right? If you are selling it to them, it's a risky business, it's a risky point to talk about, because then the consumer will get confused about whether to take it from you or your immediate competitor. The best idea to do is that you have to find something unique in your business, what you do the best, which your competitor is not able to do, or brief on how you can really identify that, so that you get this clarity while speaking, while planning your product pitch. Okay, the first thing what you need to look at is to be able to answer 2 questions in your communication. If I'm a visitor and I ask you, why should I buy it from you instead of your nearest competitor? Will you be able to answer it to me? I would recommend some of you, if you can, write down here your unique selling proposition. I want to hear what is your USP. Let's hear it out. And my second question is, if I remove your company name and logo from your branding and all that, would people know it's you? Are your products or is your communication unique enough that people know by default it is you? So let's take a moment, type in your USP for me. And if your name hasn't got your category, please type in your category or your business along with your USP, so I know where you are coming from. Some of you, like Padam Singh, has got Kuber packaging already written, so I know that he is in from packaging. So if he speaks about his USP, then it will not be a problem. I will understand that. So let's write it out for me, please. Can we have quick shares from you all? Because if okay, corporates, Hamir Ashar says white buck lifestyle. Okay, Sun 360 solar, latest technology. Anish says wonderful. USP, curation and celebrity feel. Okay, Backtreat Environmental Solutions LLP. Okay, now this Srikanth, this is clear. I know what your company is, and now you say no maintenance sewage treatment plant. Okay, interesting. Now I would not know anything from Andre Infra, just like that. Commander Skandan says the only ISO 45001 certified scuba diving training company. Wow, that's amazing. Now that's a USP. Amazing. Thank you so much. Travel the world with us. Too generic. How redefining pools. Diana says, redefining pools, building better than the best. Can your competitor also say building better than the best, Diana? If they can, then this is not a USP. Right now, what we are trying to do, I can see a lot of you. You have made your taglines, and some of you are mentioning that also. But that doesn't mean that that is your USP. Your USP has to be very, very different than your taglines or from your competitor. So let's do one thing. I wanted to have this kind of a sense from you all. What kind of a USP are you thinking? Let me give you certain sense about it, and you will get an idea around it. Okay. So when I talk about USP and why I'm saying that people really, really want to talk about differentiation, let me give you an example. If you are going into a market and decide that I want to buy apples, okay? Now, if I want to buy apples and you are also selling apples, I'm already buying apples from somebody, and you come to me and you say, Gagan, I am also selling apples. What will I say? Simple, I will say that, okay, let's talk about the price, right? As simple as that. If you tell me, Gagan, you are buying apples, I am selling apples, I will say, okay, let's talk about a price. But what you need to do is either you want to tell me what is different in your apples from the other apples I may be buying, or you showcase your product completely differently. Position your product completely different so that I cannot make a comparison on the price. And once you have done this differentiation to me, then the price initially is out of question. That is why it is important for us to first think about our differentiation. And the moment you differ your product, what your competitors do not offer, immediately because of that, the price doesn't come in question, the value proposition comes in question. So important thing is that dare to be different practically is half the battle won. Okay, now a lot of you have already started putting some of the things which are there in this particular chat box for me. Now let me tell you what is not a USP. Before I tell what is not a USP. Customer service. We do great customer service. We have great quality. We have great creativity, right? I have the best price. I have a long range of services, long range of products and all that. If you want to talk about this, every single customer, a competitor of yours can also talk about this. So these generally are not considered as the USP. And this is not what me saying. Talk about any big marketeer, the best of the marketeers, the Philip Kotlers or the Dan Heaths of the world. you will see that differentiation is required. So these are, and many of these things, your service and quality are the ones which you will, as a customer, I will only come to know or see after the sale has happened. So how will you make me believe that I am dealing with someone who is super specialist at it? And I really liked the way Colonel Skandan said the kind of certification he had. I'm also seeing somebody, Vikas says 1200 satisfied home buyers. With Vikas, it is good to see you. 1200 satisfied home buyers. The number of clients also talk a lot about you, right? So this is why we need to be different. Some of you again have been talking very generic thing which we need to kind of change. So let's see what are the things, what are unique or what can make you unique. Specific benefit to the customer which your competitors are not providing can be a differentiating factor. Okay, being the first or the only company can be a differentiating factor. If you are the first in some kind of service or some kind of the product which your competitors probably are not yet talking about, although they also have it, but they are not talking about. And if you can talk about being the first or being the leading company, people generally like to stick with the people who originated it or stick with the people who lead the whole zone, right? So being the first, being the leader, definitely you need to identify what is one thing you are good at or you are first at or you are a leader in. Then can you own a specific attribute of your product or a service? Just to give you an example, Mercedes, when Mercedes were launched, they were everything about engineering. They made German engineering everything about Mercedes. So Jaguar moved on to C, everything about C. So Jaguar moved on to C. Everything what happens in Jaguar is with regards to the style. While they equally have a good engineering, but they do not command that market share, their mind share, right? Then heritage is a differentiating factor. Let's say you say, I have 30 years of experience of managing some things, right? It will greatly get into the minds of the people that I am dealing with somebody who has 30 years experience. Others may have a 5-year or a 2-year experience. That calls about the heritage. Leadership in something, sales, technology, performance, you know, if you talk about these, it can again help you plan that better. It can help you get those kind of eyeballs, which is going to be very critical. So these are some of the things what you need to plan, think about when it comes to your unique selling proposition. I am not going to go into the depth of it anymore because we have a different topic to cover, but I found that it was relevant for me to talk about it so that when you are talking to your customers, you are bringing out something what your competitors will not be able to talk or they are not talking already. Okay. I see one thing what says Hamir Asher says White Buck is an e-commerce web-based app gift store promoting gifts made by two decades of artisan experience who make in India most amazing slave-free gift products. It's good. Hamir, slightly refine it. I know that you will be able to do that. You've got the 2 decades, you've got the artisans as well. So some of the differentiating factors you've got already. Just refine it and I think it will be okay. So this was about USP, a bit about USP. USP is a session which we usually take for entire 4 to 5 hours. So it'll be a very short time to talk about it in just few minutes, but still you need to understand that bit. And now let's jump right away into visitors, into the kind of people who will be coming on to our booths and into the whole platform and what are we going to talk to them. Okay, so let's first see how are we going to define the visitors, what kind of visitors which are going to come. Most of the visitors will fall into second stage is knowledge on. You should be ready to answer some questions or some product pitches based on what stage of interaction you are dealing with them and their knowledge on the subject. And before I give you an in-depth knowledge on what kind of visitors we are talking about, I want to first talk about why at all qualify all the visitors. Okay, that is very, very important. So let's understand why qualify. What happens in interaction with visitors? First of all, when we talk about visitors, it is the first step in sales process, qualifying visitors, identifying who they are, right? After that, any kind of communication has to be done to them. And let me tell you that opportunities lie at every single place. So do not think right at the start that this visitor is good and this visitor is bad. Just do not make any assumptions. Okay. And then we will also look at an IPA versus IRA. IPA and IRA, you would have heard it in BNI already. IPA means some visitors are income producing visitors, IPA, income producing activities, and some are income reducing activities. So you need to kind of see which one are you doing, right? So let's see interacting with visitors, why it is important, and qualifying why it is important. So qualifying starts the moment you see them or meet them. So you've already started making assumptions about them. We say that a person, you can make 11 decisions about a person in 7 seconds. So you're already trying to qualify them. But in exhibitions, beware about the personalities because they can be deceptive. Some visitor who looks pretty bland and do not want to talk much may have the money to spend. And some visitors who look flamboyant and they're talking much about the things may not have, they may be a hot air only. They may not have much to buy from you, right? So we need to kind of ask some more poking questions. And before we actually go into the depth of talking about business, we need to look at bonding. So it's always bonding before you do or talk about business. Another thing, what you need to understand is once you are interacting with visitors, it is all about them. All your interactions will be about them. Customer centric interactions, it is not going to be about you. It is going to be about them. And whenever you are talking about your products, it is going to be the benefits of the products which you are going to tell the visitors and not your product features. Your benefits are going to come first. Just for example, to give you an example, you have an LCD screen, a big LCD screen, let's say, LED TVs, right? Now, you may say my LED TV has this specific remote and it has got a cricket channel and it has got this many pixels and all that. These are all the features of your TV. But what are the benefits? Because of the pictures, it is very soothing to the eye. The TV is so big that anybody sitting in any side of the any direction can actually see it properly. It will not come to them as slanted or teda, right? So it is very important you talk to them about the benefit rather than the feature first. Very, very critical in any communication what we will do about us. I can give an example of let's say a UPVC Windows person. The benefit what you are going to tell them is actually a sound sleep or a peaceful sleep because of no noise which your noiseless Windows have, right? But you will not say I have my Windows has got 2 glasses and there is vacuum in it, so it is going to help you. First talk about the peaceful sleep rather than the vacuum filled glasses. That is the difference. They are not worried about the vacuum filled glasses and all that. They first want to know, how am I going to get a peaceful sleep? So think about the benefit before you talk about the exact feature of your product. Okay, type in for me if you can on the chat box some of the benefits of your products quickly if you can. I will wait on because I want to understand that you've got this thing properly from on this slide. It is not the features, it is the benefits what you're going to say. Tell me on the chat box some of the benefits of your products, what you have. Okay, benefits to the customers. Let's hear it out. Let's see on the chat box. I will wait, no problems. I can wait for a while. Reduced replacement cost. Okay, Colleen says, okay, yes, reduced replacement cost, good. Cost has a benefit to them. Cement of all brand customers' choice. What happens? Shivdas, you mentioned cement of all brands, which means they can choose from everything. What is the benefit of choosing? Right? You need to talk about the benefit. Maximum yield generation from solar. Now, Anish, you've spoken about maximum yield generation. That's great. But what is the benefit to them? It is saving in the cost. Guaranteed tax-free. Okay, Farhad says guaranteed tax-free return. I would still like to poke in, Farhad, what happens because of the guaranteed tax-free return? Let's understand that. One-stop solution for 3D printing. Okay, but get with this 3D printing, I understand it could be the additive manufacturing and all that what you're talking about. I would still like to see some more benefits. Colleen says smooth fabric for comfortable bedding. Okay, that's good, which could mean that it is a comfortable sleep. And if you are hospitality linen, then people who receive this or feel this or they sleep on this, they could feel much more comfortable and calm, right? So that is the end benefit you need to look at. Okay, well, I'll take a couple of more examples. Anish, you said zero electricity bills. Now you're talking about the benefit. Santosh, you said workflow automation. What happens because of workflow automation? Because of the workflow automation, are your clients able to save time? Now the time as the saving of the time is the benefit. Workflow automation is a feature of your product. So you need to kind of refine it accordingly, right? Akbar Khan says Hindustan pavers, anti-skid pavers will save you from slipping during rains. Now this is good. Will save you from slipping during the rains in the outdoors. Now this is a very good example, which means now you can give another benefit, Akbar. What you can say in this case is play with your kids without any worry. Now, how about this as a benefit? That we have the kind of pavers, anti-skid pavers, with which you can play with your kids without any worry. Now, that is the benefit we are talking about, right? So plan your benefits first and later on think about your products or features and all that. It is always benefit. Let's move forward and talk about interacting with business. And before I tell you the kind of visitors we are going to deal with, I want to talk about one kind of visitors who are going to come. And let me also tell you, a lot of you who are writing your benefits onto the chat box right now, hold on to it till I finish my presentation. It will be, I think it should finish by just about 4:30. And I can take some examples and I can give you certain suggestions basis that. That's not a problem. I'm going to stay back for another 20 to 30 minutes after the presentation also, so that in case you have any questions, any suggestions, I will be happy to answer them. Okay, so let's come back to the slide and talk about bonding before business. I said you need to bond before business. And you would also know that at this particular forum, there will be many BNI members who will be reaching out to you on your stalls. And there could be some executive directors. So before all kinds of visitors who come, I want to talk about the BNI members who will be there on your booths, because the BNI event, they are bound to happen. You will talk about how can I help you. That is one thing what you start with. Okay. You will also need to ask them, or should ask them, what brings them to your stall. It is a good question to ask. You will know whether they have come just like that, or they have some purpose, or they have somebody in their mind, right? And before you straight away get into the business mode, you need to first ask them If they are BNI members, ask them some questions. How many years in BNI? Which city or country are they from? Ask about their business and their category. And you can offer to help their members and their regions. So what you are really doing is you are bonding before you really solicit business or ask or talk about your business. All these questions what I've spoken just now will let you assess them and their knowledge. And it's going to greatly help you form a bond with that person. Whenever it's about BNI members, always think collaboration first and don't sell straight away. That's the first rule working with BNI members. Don't be in a selling mode कि बस ये तो मेरा client है, I'm going to work with them straight away and I'm going to sell it out to them straight away. No. Think how you can help them, and you will not believe how definitely it is possible that they also start believing you and they will start trusting you even more. Okay, so now let's get on to the kind of visitors and the kind first style. What I said, we will discuss the kind of visitors based on the stage of interaction. Now with the visitors, there are 3 stages of interaction. What your prospects, people, whosoever are arriving, they may be at 3 different stages of interactions with you. It happens to all of us. Every business happens. Stage number 1 is there are prospects, people who do not know you at all. Okay, that's stage number 1. Stage number 2 is out of these people, some people are leads who already know about you, who already have some idea about your business, but they have not really bought from you. They have not really purchased from you. These are the second set of people who are leads. And there is third set of people who are your customers. They already have purchased from you. They already have bought from you. Now let's first understand what do you need to do with each one of them. If you are going to a particular exhibition, the prospects are the one whom you expect that they are going to arrive and they will be interested in your business. Let's say Vishal was just now talking about various businesses and business segments what you have created. So if it's a construction business segment, if it is a marketing business segment, if it is a hospitality and hotels business segment, I'm just taking some names. The moment somebody is into the construction business segment, you know that these are the people who could be my prospects, but don't know me yet. And if I give them enough information, they become my leads. And if I give enough confidence to the leads, they become my customers. So let me tell you what do you need to do with these kinds of visitors. Okay. The first set of people who are your prospects, who you think could be probables for you, your idea would be to identify them and approach them more and more. So practically what we are talking is that you are not going to keep sitting on your this side of the table and waiting that I will wait for all my visitors to come. I am waiting, oh ho, abhi tak koi nahi aaya hai, subah se baithe hain 2 ghanta, अरे मैं organizer को phone करता हूँ, organizer, nobody has called, nobody has come, what is this, are there people coming? No, we are not going to do like this in this, what you are in that whole platform. What you need to do, Vishal spoke to you about that there is an exhibitor mode, exhibitor dashboard, and there is a visitor dashboard. You will log into the visitor dashboard, go into the other stalls, go into look at all the other visitors who are there, interact with them, and once you interact with them, invite them to your stall. It's only then they will be interested in you. Otherwise, you will keep sitting whole day, 3 days, 4 days, keep sitting. You will not get any customer like that. Yes, by chance, by fluke, if somebody comes in, yes, it may be. And there will be some people who will be moving, exploring and all that. That is bound to happen. But you will have to do your own efforts and reach out to as many prospects as possible. Remember the goals which we spoke about, you need to take care of those goals. Very, very critical. And you have to make sure that every day you are at least meeting set of people, 100 people, I have to at least say hello to. And after that, I will plan how many people I'm able to make some meaningful conversations with. That's what you need to do. Then the second bit is out of these people, there will be some people who will become leads for you. What you need to do is you need to plan your communication such that they are interested to buy from you. Now, this is the communication which is different from the first communication. Prospects, it's all about awareness. Leads, it's all about building trust, building credibility so that they buy from you. Now, there could be certain people who already know about your business, who will land up in this exhibition, who will land up on your stall. With them, once you speak to them, and I'm going to talk what to speak to them, your communication will be completely different. And number three kinds of people who are there, as I said, they are customers. With your customers, it is not just hi and hello. It is talking to them is, you have been using our product, sir. What is the kind of feedback, any reviews you want to give, any improvement points you want to give, let them talk. And once you have done that, you can always, if you're satisfied, sir, can I ask for a referral? Can you give me a referral for a fellow, some friend of yours who may need our services? This is what we need to do with your customers. So if you notice, three kinds of people, three kinds of communication. With your prospects, it's about awareness that yes, I exist. It's with the leads, it's about I am good, right? I am good and you can buy from you. You can buy from me. And with customers, sir, feedback, review, and ask for referrals. This is what should be the communication patterns with these three kinds of people. So this is basis the stage of interaction. Now let's talk about the 7 kinds of visitors which will come basis the knowledge and the status. Now this is going to be interesting because this is what happens usually in most of the exhibitions, and there are 7 kinds. The first kind is people who are new to the trade, completely new to the trade. The second kind, people who know what they want. Clearly, pehle se pata hai, I want this, straight away they will come to you and they say, I want this. Third, they are looking for a solution, but they are a bit confused. Fourth, there will be your current customers who are going to come. I'm going to talk about it in depth. Number 5, some potential collaborators and partners who are going to come in. Number 6, some VIPs may come in. And number 7, there will even be organizers who are going to come in, right? So these are the 7 kinds of people who land onto your exhibition booths. Even in the physical mode or in the virtual mode, any of these kind of visitors will be coming there. So what you need to do is, let's see each one of them, because this is where we will talk about how to identify them and what kind of communication, what we really need to do with them, right? The first kind, new to the trade. Now these are the people, they are, you need to assess that what stage of business they are on. Your questions with them will be, the moment you say you meet somebody, you obviously talk to them, what are they, what brings them here, and they will tell you, you know what, I'm new to business. And then you need to see, okay, sir, have you just started business or you have been there in the system? He might just say, no, I'm just still looking for a new business. Or they may say, oh, I've been into business for a year or so, I'm looking to buy something. So what you need to do is, that assessment is going to really help you. If they have an idea of what they are looking at. Okay, can we just quickly, okay, done. Thank you so much, team, for backing me up with unmuting people. All right, let's move forward. Assess what stage of business they are on and if they have an idea of what they are looking for. Now, these are the people in their typical way of dealing. These people, how the deal is, they will straight away ask about quantities. Okay, how much is the quantity you will give? What kind of costing you are talking about? They will straight away arrive onto these questions. Now, these are the people who will be in business, in prospect, dealing with visitors like this. The people, one who asks questions is the one who's going to have a control of the conversation. It's as simple as that. And the best part about asking questions is the other persons feel that they are interested in you, right? So if you ask questions, they will feel that you are interested in them. So that is what makes it so beautiful of asking questions. You need to check what kind of new products or service or new segment if they are coming up with, right? Are they open to looking at various kinds of solutions, or they are very price sensitive? So you need to check that, right? Assess their spending capability, whether they are looking at an entry level solution or they are looking at a high end solution. Then show your product. So practically what happens, let me tell you, stage number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And most of us, unfortunately, straight away go on to stage number 6. Or maybe cover 1 or 2 and go on to stage number 6 straight away. No. We will first assess entry level, high end, all of these things, price sensitivity, new, old, and then show them the products. That is what makes this process so critical. This is number 1, new to the trade. Number 2, they have total clarity in what they want. Exactly, they know what they want. Their thought process is extremely clear on what they want to procure. They will straight away come and tell you, I want this, right? But then you need to check their price sensitivity. You need to check with them what are they really looking to buy and what is their price sensitivity. You need to check. Then that is a time, because they already know they will be in a hurry. That is the time you need to talk about your USP and what makes you unique, because the uniqueness can give you a price edge, can give you that value proposition with which you can charge a little more than your competitor, and that becomes critical. This little more can give you much more, right? And once you have assessed the price sensitivity, you have spoken your USP, we show the range accordingly. Now, before you have got the price and the USP, before you have got the price and the USP, you need to show them the benefits. Before you have got the price and the USP, you need to show them the benefits rather than anything else, right? But what I want to say is that even if they know exactly what they want, do not let them go without showing a better solution or something unique if you have one and they don't know it. That is what sometimes they are very confident that I know I want this. Not really. Maybe you have a better solution and you can show it to them. They will really feel good about it that you are giving them a good solution, right? Now, if they have asked you for something and you don't have, that is your scope of development. Immediately note that down and make sure you develop it over a period of time. It is the scope of your growth, right? So this is what you do with the people who exactly know what they want and they come and straight away tell you. Now, the third kind of people are the people who are looking for a solution. They are a bit confused. They know what is that I want to achieve end result, but they don't have a clue how it will be done, right? They have come to explore here. They need to see, they want to check, is there something new in the market? Is some people come there to check, are there new markets to enter, right? And that is the time where you really can talk about your specialty. These people are confused. They will be looking at new markets. Some people will look at Goa, Hubli, Dharwad as places to come into, to start their distributorship and all that bit. Maybe there could be potential. And that is where you introduce what your specialty is and why they should deal with you in that specialty. That is the time when you talk to them. And if it is straight away about a product or a service, it's always good if you notice price sensitivity come in every place. And the moment you have spoken about, you have checked about the price, always show them segments in your business which as per the price, and show them 2 to 3 ranges which could be little higher than what they are expecting, and also lower than what they're expecting, so that they know that you have got a range of services. And some of them may actually come for entirely a large volume buying, and that is good. But the point is, are you assessing enough? Are you looking at those particular thoughts and planning your communication accordingly? Asking the right set of questions will give you that edge. Set number 4, the kind of people. Number 4, your customers. As I said, I briefly spoke about the customers, but most of the times you know them. Until and unless you are in a product or a service which is commoditized, most of the times you know them, right? First thing you need to check is, what is their feedback? Are they happy with your services? Are there any improvement points? And if they do give you some feedback, address it immediately. If you think that something wrong went with them, immediately tell them, sir, I'll make sure that my team follows it up, and do please follow it up. You're going to win a customer for a lifetime then. And then ask if they've already purchased from you. Just excuse me. If they've already purchased from you and they are happy with you, ask if they're looking for a better solution. It's also good to ask for a review on a website, or they can put a review on, they can do a video for you, they can give you a testimonial, right? And then also tell them what's new has come up since the time they bought last. And important thing with your customers is, always ask for more referrals. Now that's what is critical. J. Abraham, there is a famous, I love J. Abraham's work. He is he says that increase the number of can I help you? Of course, this is the first thing you need to talk about. And do not really talk about smaller things. Talk macro and do not go into the micro detailing of your business. See how you are making a difference at a macro level, right? Talk about the market scenarios, the industry growth. Usually when a VIP comes in, you will already know. You will be told beforehand that somebody is going to be on your stand and be ready to talk. And never complain to the VIPs. It's something which is not really expected. If they must be shown your products, showcase them your best product or a service, and offer them that if there is some demo and all that to be organized, offer to organize a customized demos for them later on an online mode or an offline mode, practically going to their place and showing them. It's absolutely okay. But these kind of visitors will have to be planned very, very carefully, handled very, very carefully. So we spoke about the 7 kinds of visitors who come on to your booths. And let me show you an interesting statistics. UFI, the global body of international exhibitions, they created a survey, and that survey showed, if you notice, 24% of the people who come to your booths are new to the subject. 32% are looking for a solution. 21% know what they want. 12% are customers, 9% are partners, 1% is visitor, and 1% is organizer. This is the usual breakup of the kind of people who come. And you know what is the problem in this whole segment? Why we are not able to get the most out of exhibitions? Because invariably, we leave these two. New to the subject, we think they are too new, yeah, they don't know much. Let's concentrate on somebody who is hot lead. Let's concentrate on hot leads. Again, not a good idea. These can be matured to get good business. Similarly, people who are looking for a solution, many of us, they say, oh, maybe a good idea to talk to them, may not be. Right now, it's not my priority. And what happens? You lose this. Imagine 32 plus 24, 56% of business, potential business, you are leaving on the table. You are not approaching them with what approach it should be done. And I'm going to be talking about more of them when I talk about closing. Okay, and I'm just coming to them coming to closing in the next few slides. And before I actually go on to the closing side, I want to talk about some detractors who are going to be coming in. Some vendors or suppliers, they want business from you. Some competitors might land up, or some general explorers. No, we came to generally see how it looks like, send hello. Be aware that you don't have time to talk to them, right? So keep your eyes on the goal, what you need to do, and then move forward with it. But let me tell you, the biggest and the best possible scope of conversion is the people who are new to the subject and are looking for a solution. So what I want to know from you is, which of these 7 type of visitors do you want to interact with? Type in the chat box for me and tell me, do you want, I'm going to go back to this, okay? Tell me 1, 2, 3, okay? Don't have to write your full thing. Tell me, you want to talk to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I will leave the number. I will, okay, people are seeing 1, 3, Shailesh says 3. All 7, I know, Colleen, definitely yes. But which of them the most? 1, 2, and 3. Hamid says, okay, 3, 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, 3, and 5. Okay, okay. 1, 6, and 7. VIPs and organizers along with new to the trade. Okay, very interesting. But I see everywhere it is coming 1 and 2 for sure, which is interesting. Sandeep only wants to talk to people who are looking for a solution. It's good, but Sandeep, imagine the 1 and 2, they are very, very critical in your business, and they can give you, you can guide them to work with you. That is how critical it is. And why am I asking you this question is because most of us leave these 1 or 2 on and do not talk to them. So keep the top 3 definitely in your scheme of the things. And some people who are looking for a solution, number 3, they will automatically come and buy from you. 1, 2, and I see some people are talking about 1, 2, 4, and 7. Okay, good. That's a good idea as well. Wonderful. So I see some responses coming in. Good to hear these responses. Now, let's talk about some interesting stuff. We've spoken about the kind of visitor you want, right? Now, what is my further action with them? Show more range. What you need to do is, once you have met them, they were here. How will you close that? What is the further action? Either you will show more range to them, or send samples to them, or requirement for a quotation, or a detailed video or information, or fixing up a meeting or a visit call. These are some of the things what you are going to do, right? Now let's see that you have now got these leads. People have, you have started interacting with them. You have got these leads. After the exhibition, you will get a lead from your organizers. You will get a set of leads that these were the people who were from your business segment who came in, right? What is the strategy to manage these leads? Let's first talk about. So first, you understood the kinds of visitors who are coming in and how to engage with them. Now we are coming on to the lead side of it. Now that you've got leads, what to do with it, right? First, the first thing with the leads is how do you really capture them, right? Talking to a visitor without capturing data from them is a recipe for disaster. So what you need to do is capture it right there, whatever information, better understanding of your customers it gives you, right? You won't remember every single thing what is they have said. You will meet hundreds of visitors maybe. You won't remember everything about everyone. So you need to capture that, make extensive notes, keep a diary along with you and make extensive notes about each of the visitors. Record their interest, their product interests, their sample requests, their meeting request. All of these things you have to clearly record. And let me tell you one more thing. When the visitors come in, it will be very important for you to derive and define them in the quality of leads, right? Whether they are a cold lead or a warm lead or a hot prospect, right? Some of them are just come. Maybe you can talk to them later, but still talk to them. There are some people who are a hot prospect. They immediately need it. Like we said, number 3. Now, these are the people you need to talk to them first. Now, number 1 and 2, some of them are warm. They want something. There is an interest. These are the people you will talk to them second. And then there will be cold leads, which are not really interested. You will set out a plan for them and put out mails to them or interact with them. We will be doing that. But you need to divide them into three people in the order of the way you are going to connect with them. Hot first, then warm, and then cold. Many of us do not interact with cold. They just close. Yeah, khatam hai, ye to kuch kaam ka nahi hai hamare liye. No, we cannot afford to do that, right? Let's talk about, after we have qualified them as hot, warm, and cold, what are we going to communicate to them? Now, communication is important, but more important than that is how soon you will communicate. And this is where important for you is to have the role of technology. You can capture your details and communicate with them instantly, right? The apps have come in. Anyways, your platform is capturing all the people who are coming onto your booths and coming into your business segment. You capture them and you will need to see how soon will you communicate to them. That is going to make sure whether you're going to get more business with them or not. If you have delayed it, let me tell you, if you have delayed it more than 1 week from the exhibition, you have lost half of the opportunity. So communication is very, very critical. You need to fix further actions with each of the visitor who has visited you. Either you need to revisit during the exhibition, or you need to send samples to them, or you need to plan meetings with them. You need to communicate, plan to communicate. Now, this is planning to communicate. The next step is actually about your follow-ups. So what do we really need to do in follow-ups? how do we follow up? And before I tell you how do we follow up, I want to tell you how do we not follow up. What is that we do not want to do when it comes to the follow-ups? Number one, adding them to the mailing list without qualifying. You have not realized that whether they are good, whether they are bad, whether they are this, you've got a list and straight away you've added them to the mailing list. The worst thing you can do with your data, right? Number two thing you should not do, sending a thank you note or an email or a WhatsApp without a perspective or quoting your discussion. Otherwise, it's a total waste email. If you're sending thank you very much for visiting our stall. We really liked it. Please attach our brochure. Please find attached our brochure. The worst thing which we can do. If they met you, talk about, sir, it was really nice meeting you. And as we discussed about our the kind of windows you need or the kind of speakers you need and the kind of linen, hospitality linen you need, I will be more than happy to plan a discussion with you. Here is my PDF of my product tag. This is how you need to talk to them rather than sending a generic thank you mail. Never follow it up like that. These days, this whole tradition of bulk WhatsApp messages going on, right? You just add people to WhatsApp and then start sending them. Let me tell you, most of the people immediately block you if you're not sending value to them. And if you've taken your number from somewhere, do not do that. It is going to harm your credibility. Okay? Send general emails. What I mean to say general emails is, remember the level of interactions. Are they prospects who do not yet know? That means awareness. Are they people who have already interacted with you? That means discussing and sending out mails to them, which is lead related mail. Or if they are customers, sending them more customer oriented mails rather than sending general emails to them. It's again a flaw which we should not do. So don't do any kind of faulty follow-ups, what I'm saying. And the biggest thing what you should not do in follow-ups is very simple. I said it earlier, me, which means my product, my feature, I do this, I do that, I do this, I'm the best, I'm the best quality, I'm the best service. No, you are going to talk about their benefits as we discussed. What they get finally from your product, you're going to talk to them with that. And if your mail, if your WhatsApp message has that thought in their mind, you will get an idea. Just to give you an example, if you were to send out a mail with a subject line, get 15% extra value add on your costs, or save 15% more of the cost because of due with solar, right? I saw somebody in solar. People are seeing 15% straight away. That's the benefit. Your solar will come later. What we do, the best solar products in the city. He said, 100 of people send me this message, but nobody talks about my 15% saving. And if you have spoken about their benefit, you will have their eyeballs, right? Let's see what are the things we should do as follow-ups. And we should be done in about 5 to 7 minutes. We are almost at the close of our presentation. So what are the do's we need to do? You need to make time for the follow-up. Now that's the first and the most important thing. You need to create a follow-up schedule. Treat potential customers with respect. Now this is very, very important. Listen to what they want, the kind of questions. Do your homework, very, very important, right? Get back. If you said something to them, you need to get back with all the details. If you have noted something down, get back to them. Meet people where they are. What does that mean? There are some people who are happy to talk to you on email. There are some people who are happy to give a call. There are some people who are good to talk on LinkedIn or WhatsApp. Meet people, interact with them where they feel comfortable, not where you feel comfortable. And track your communication. Use CRMs. Free up. The most important thing, you need to free up your next week. This week, you are going to have this training. this exhibition, you need to free up considerable amount of time next week to plan follow-ups. If you do not do that, you will have lost this participation. Even if you've spent 5,000 rupees in this particular exhibition, it's going to be a waste if you do not follow it up. But with the proper follow-up, you can really, really make the most out of this. Okay, so now let's talk a bit more about the follow-up process. Do you know 50% of the leads are qualified but not ready to buy? And 50% of the sales happen after the 5th contact. Now, this is where most of us, remember I spoke about the 1 and the 2, where we think they are cold leads and they are not interested, and you think that they are not of any use. You give them a call and then you are not interested. They are the biggest thing what can happen to you, the biggest business what can happen to you. This is what I'm talking about. Look at this slide. Most of the people focus on the bottom 50%, actually met, committed, and they will further win it. But we forget the opportunity which lies here. The new, you have contacted them and setting up of the meeting. These are, remember the 56% I spoke about, it keeps coming back to you, right? And let me tell you about this particular slide. This is one of the last slides on my presentation today. This slide practically shows you how the frequency of the contact can really help you close business. Contact number 2. This is not my slide. This is some other company which did this survey, and this is a global known fact. Okay, by the contact 1, 43% of the sales people have given up. So they only give their call once, and they say, okay, sir, you're not ready to buy. Okay, no interest right now. Okay, sir, we'll call you, and they never call back. 43% gone. Now, if you are the one who make a second call to them by saying, okay, sir, can I call back after 2 months? And you call back after 2 months, you are amongst the balance people. 43% never call back after that. Contact number 2, 68% of the people have given up. They do not go beyond 2 calls and they feel that this is of no use. But look at this. Contact number 3, 80% of the people have given up. And once you keep in contact with them after that, they start building confidence with you. They feel that you are interested in them. And now they start talking to you. Or maybe earlier they have started talking to you, but here they become serious, right? Now by the contact number 5, you are really getting to know the prospect and their needs. Remember this slide, what I spoke about? I spoke about 50% of the leads are qualified, but are not ready to buy. And 50% of the sales happen after the 5th touch. It is here where the 50% of the sales start happening. And by 6th contact, you are the only one person who has made 6 contacts with them. And by 7th contact, you own such a mind share in their minds that they will buy from you. Just a matter of getting the right kind of confidence. And if you give the right kind of confidence in contact number 6 and 7, they will buy from you. So remember, a follow-up, a good follow-up to make the sale. Some sales for the hot leads can happen in 1 or 2 touches, but many sales will not happen like this. And you have to follow up this process. Unfortunately, most of us never call beyond the 1st or the 2nd time. Are you going to be the one? Tell me on the chat box till what level you are willing to call to get business. 1, 2, 3, or 7 or 8. Tell me, write on the chat box for me the number. Till what level you want to call. Okay, 7. Most of you saying 7, 7, 7, right? Now, many of you actually said 7, but this was a little trick question. Okay, the trick question is, the answer is as many calls as it takes. If it takes 10 calls, I will keep following them. I will not. Bliss Innovative Solutions. Thank you so much. I don't know your name here, but you have written this answer. Until they become our customer. I love this. Mamta, thank you so much. I love this answer. I am going to make a call until they become our customer. Now that should be the spirit which each one of them should do. Vikas also has written 7 and beyond. Amazing. And that's what we need to do. So what we need to do now is, with all of this, you need to plan an action for the next 5 days. First, today and tomorrow, you need to set the goals and plan your message. What is going to be your key message? Number 1. Number 2, you are going to have the product pitch ready, and you will know how to qualify what kind of visitors. See this video again in the recording if you have to. Look at the kind of visitors who are going to come in. And the third thing is, after the exhibition has happened, review your visitors, see the notes and follow up with them. Leave the next week completely for the follow-ups if you want to do any good with this particular exhibition. And now is the time for me to know what is going to be one action plan which you are going to do after this training. Write down your action plan, what you are going to do after this training for your exhibition. I want to hear from the people. Okay, I will answer all the questions, Aditya. First, write down the action plan. As I said, I am going to answer all your questions and I will be here for some more time. Write down in the chat box for me, what is the action point you are going to take after this particular training for your exhibition. Okay, should I wait for some more time? Scheduling. Architect Gauri writes strategy. Okay, 1 word, 2 word, it's absolutely okay. You don't need to go too much in depth right now, as long as I understand what you want to do with this particular session after the training. Goals now. Okay, Commander Skandan says, I will set the goals. Okay, good. Let's hear it out more. We have a lot of people in the room. Understand and implement it. Okay, now this started coming. People were writing. Colleen says, review training notes and take action. Follow up on the schedule. Update objective and strategy. Rethink on strategy. Sandeep says, key message and product pitch. Ramesh Naik says, I will do key message. Aditya says, planning, discussion and implementation. Okay, Shrestha says to work with the USP and define feature and benefits. And yes, talk about features. Set strategy, Vikas writes, to invite the prospects. The action plan. All right. Okay, President Anwar Khan says, action plan. I will do the action plan. Wonderful. All right. So with this, I am going to say a nice thank you to all. So to be patient listeners for this particular training. And if I have been able to give you some value out of this training, type in value in the chat box for me. I want to know how this training was for you. So type in value in the chat box if you think you found value, or in case you found some other thing what you want to talk about. Good, loved it. Please type in for me. I will be truly delighted that if you have loved this training and you are going to implement it. The more important thing is that you are going to implement this particular all the things which you're going to learn, which you have learned and implemented in the exhibition. And with this, I'm going to stop sharing my screen and over to the organizers, over to Mudit and the team to take it further.
Thank you, Mr. Gagan Kapoor. It was just amazing. In fact, I personally thought, my 15 years, 20 years back, and I need to revitalize myself. And I'm sure with this training and the tips you have given, all of us are definitely being set up for this particular exhibition, not only for the exhibition, but also for our future businesses. It was really amazing what we have listened from you.
Thank you so much. It was
beautiful.
Thank you so much. Good to hear these comments.
You being India's first exhibitor, successful consultant with 25 years of experience as an CEO of Cero, definitely speaks lots and lots of volumes about you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir, for being with us. And it was an honor to listen to you, sir.
Absolutely a pleasure. And I wish you all super success that you get from this particular exhibition. I am sure the kind of preparations you're doing, it is going to really, really help you plan it in a much, much better way. And I will be open for some questions if somebody need to ask, or else if you have another agenda, you can go ahead with that agenda.
Sure, sir. With your tips, definitely we have learned a lot.
Thank you.
Yeah. Guys, if anybody has questions for Mr. Gagan Kapoor.
Sandeep ji, can I ask a question?
Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah. Mr. Gagan, thank you for the wonderful session. I had a very quick question on WhatsApp messages.
Yeah.
Imagine that, a visitor visits the stall and sends us a message. Is it okay to have an automated WhatsApp reply saying that thank you for connecting with us and we will, get back to you, or would that be a little out of line?
If a visitor has sent out a message, then if you are replying, that is okay.
Okay.
But
No, I'm
when
talking about
once-
automated.
Yeah, automated messages are okay. And maybe in that message, you could give certain contact points where they can reach for more information and all that. That is okay.
Got
But
it.
what is happening these days is people are adding, this whole WhatsApp marketing business has come up big time, and people are sending out messages just unsolicited. Now that is something which I'm saying let's not do. Otherwise, that ways you're going to really bring down your credibility as a business.
Got it, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Pleasure.
Over to you, Sandeep.
Gaurish has a question. We can take-
Yeah, Gaganji, first of all, thanks a lot for this detailed insight about how do we go about on our exhibition. Thanks a lot of information there. One of the things which you said was when we are at the stall or waiting for visitors, at times we need to move out and go as visitor and then find them and then get engaged with them.
Yeah.
General info which was shared with us, like we only communicate with the visitors through WhatsApp. So, is there any other way in which we know which are the visitors who are logged in that time?
So what I'm saying is that they are going to be so many exhibitors. That's number one. Okay. So many of these exhibitors could also be potential business for you. Isn't that true?
Correct.
Right. So you need to go out, talk to people. You need to go out, interact with people, and you will see that you will have visitors to your booth because of that.
Okay, you meant the fellow exhibitors.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah, thank you. That answers my question.
Any other questions? Okay. Thank you, Mr. Kapoor.
Absolutely a pleasure. Absolutely a pleasure. And
knowing so many things from you. Thank you for being with us.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for the opportunity for me to talk to each one of you.
Great honor for us to have you here both the times, sir. Yeah.
Pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Vishal, can you please take over?
Yeah. So thank you, Gaganji, for a wonderful session, and I hope there is going to be a good takeaway for all these exhibitors, and they're going to soon get the leads converted into a big business. So thank you, Gaganji, and I look forward for many more sessions with you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Really a pleasure, Vishal, and thank you so much for inviting. Thank you.
My pleasure, sir. My pleasure.
Really very wonderful night, and people are really waiting for your session. You are again here with the public demand actually. So
We can't hear you.
supporting us and helping us for understanding more about what exactly we all need to be doing it for our Goa Biz Fest. Thank you for your precious, valuable time and insights. What you have really for both of your sessions were really super. Thank you.
Pleasure. Thank you so much, Arman, for sharing. Thank you.
Exhibitors, any question for Mr. Vishal as far as your stalls are concerned?
Sandeep, I have a couple of questions for Vishal.
Yes, sir. Please go ahead, sir.
Yeah.
Vishal, first of all, when we had selected the power team, I understand that at the end of the expo, we will get the data, visitor data of that particular power team. Any
Right.
particular format or sample or what kind of information we will receive?
So as I showed you on the dashboard, okay, you have multiple options, multiple tabs on which you will be getting your data, like
Vishal, if
visitor.
you can just share your screen and just walk us through it, that would be really useful.
Vishal?
Yeah, Vishal, we can see your screen.
Vishal?
Hello.
Hello, Vishal?
I think, yeah, one second. I'm just logging into somebody's. Okay. So guys, although on my dashboard you can see the screen, on my dashboard there are this kind of a buttons, but in your dashboard the buttons are on the left hand side panel. Okay, so you have these many datas what you can download after the event. So one is view visitor. Okay, on which you will be getting the data all the people who have visited your booth. Then visitor activities, those people who have downloaded your brochure and visiting card. Then visitor inquiries, obviously inquiries from the visitors. Meeting request, the meeting request, the visitors will be putting up. Then visitors chat and the visitors video chat, so those people who will be clicking on chat and the video chat button. And those people who will be visiting, let's say, there is a hall for real estate construction and interiors. Okay, let's say there are 25 stalls. Okay, there might be some visitor who might just come and visit 10 stalls and go away. Some visitors might come and visit 5 stalls and go away. Some visitor might visit all the 25 stalls. Okay, so to all the exhibitors in that particular hall,
Vishal, I can't hear you.
He has lost connectivity.
Vishal, sir. Yeah, guys, just hold on. Seems to have lost his connection. Uh,
Hello?
Vishal, sir, we can't hear you, sir.
Absolutely no voice at all. Hello?
hello.
Yes, Vishal, sir. Now we can hear
Yeah,
you.
so sorry. Yeah, my net was down. So okay. I hope I had answered your query, Anish ji.
Yeah, no, you were right at the end. So you said that the last tab, you will see the construction visitors, the visitors who visited the construction hall. So if there are
Right.
25 stalls, and then it got disconnected after that.
Yeah. So basically, let me reiterate. So what happens is, suppose if there are 25 booths in the real estate construction and interior hall, okay, if there are some visitors who might come and just visit 10 stalls and go away, some visitors might come and visit 5 stalls and go away, some visitors might come and visit all the 25 booths, but still all those exhibitors who are listed in the real estate construction and interiors segment, they will be all getting all the data of those particular visits of that particular hall done by the visitors.
Okay. And this will be available on a day-to-day basis, right? I mean, we will not have to wait till the
No,
end
ideally
of
not.
the...
No, ideally the compiled data. I mean, the all the visitors data you will be getting after the complete event, entire 3 days event are over. Okay, because but your particular stall data you can download it after the event every day.
Got it. Got it.
One question.
Okay, can I ask a question?
Yeah, Mr.
Yes,
Edry.
yes, sir.
Yeah, Vishal, there were a couple of questions on the stall upload itself. While I've already uploaded almost everything, the whereby links which I had loaded for three people, that is three representatives, only one is seen. The other two have gone missing. I don't know what reason.
So it's simple. I mean, you can just, I hope you all have my WhatsApp number. You can
Yes.
just simply post your whereby links on that, and I'll put it again. I
Okay,
think you have
fine.
put as whereby.com/xxxx.
Yes.
So I think you misunderstood that link. That was just for the reference purpose.
Okay.
Whatever instructions I have given you on the exhibitor registration form, you can simply follow that instruction and create your link. So
So
that
do we have time today to do this again for 7 o'clock?
Yeah, absolutely. You can create all the three links and post me on the WhatsApp. I will update it. Don't worry.
Okay. The other thing was I had uploaded, the visiting cards, and while after uploading, by mistake, one same visiting card has got uploaded twice, but I'm not able to delete it. When I'm deleting it, Scuba Evolution India. I can share the screen and show it to you.
No, that's okay. One moment.
Vishal, while you're looking that up, I just wanted to ask you a question. In case, so not possible to turn his whereby link off, that is, turn it to inactive.
Yeah, you can lock the room. There is always an option wherein you can simply lock your room so that if any visitor is arriving onto your whereby link video chat, he will see the room as locked, and he will have the option to knock the room.
Yeah. So that is one option of knocking. The second option, because a visitor might get a little bit cheesed off in case he's knocking, or basically reach the room, but nobody is there to respond. So is it possible, since if we know that between 2 o'clock to 4 o'clock, let's say Mr. X is not going to be there in front of his computer, can we turn that his whereby link itself as inactive?
No, there is no such thing of making it as inactive. It's simply like if you can simply log out. Okay, so once the visitor is clicking on video chat, he will see that there is nobody in the room.
Okay. So is there any way then to redirect that person? So let's say, for example, if I am already in conversation with somebody, can I redirect that visitor to another sales executive or a representative who is free? Is that possible?
So ideally, when so what happens is, like, let's say if you are already in already speaking to somebody else. Okay, so that the third visitor will directly enter into your room. Okay, so once he enters, you can ideally you can maybe entertain him, or maybe you can just guide him that exit that and click on the another video chat. You can suggest him another stall representative to get in touch with. So any direct redirection is not possible from that platform.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
Mr.
Mr.
Edry.
Skandan. Mr.
Yeah.
Skandan, just a second.
Yes.
Mr. Skandan.
Yes.
Yeah, I have uploaded. I have removed your one visiting card, and as discussed, you can post me your whereby IDs on my WhatsApp, and I'll update that as well.
Okay, fine. So I'll try and do that once more in case I hit a snag. I'll WhatsApp you and you can help me. No problem.
Absolutely.
There was
Yeah,
one
Mr.
last.
Gaurish.
Yeah, Vishal, what we can do is, can we just try out now whether the calls are are working.
Yeah, as I said, at the starting of the session, you can simply log into your exhibitor panel and click on preview my stall.
No,
Okay,
no,
so
not the
that you can.
I just tried once to test the calls and video calls, but it did not work. So I was just thinking whether it's activated or not.
Then I one moment. If it did not work, then the data will must not have been updated properly. Can you tell me your stall number? I mean, company name or stall number?
RichNet E3. But I can in the meeting request or visitor chat, I can see the entries.
No, because that button has got clicked. That is why you can see the entries. Okay, but let me check. Yeah, I think your details are properly updated.
Correct.
One moment.
The moment you click on it, there should be a direct message on my WhatsApp. That's what I.
You are in E3.
E3. Computer and IT.
Yeah, see your chat is working fine.
Correct.
Then if I click on video chat, it is also working fine.
Okay. That's fine.
Yeah, only thing is, what happens is like when they click on chat, okay, see on every click on the chat and the video chat, we are giving some points to the visitors.
Correct.
Okay, so that is why we have restricted the number of clicks on that button, because otherwise what will happen is any visitor, if you would like to increase their score on the leaderboard, he will simply click on 10 times he will click on the chat button, 10 times he will click on the video chat, and he will earn the points. But
Correct.
that is something, an irrelevant data for us.
Yes. Yes.
That's why. So to keep the data precise and so that you all can be benefited more, we have put such restrictions.
I'll just check this out again and then I'll let you know if at all I was. Thank you.
Sure, absolutely.
Vishal,
Yeah.
Mr. Adrian, you had raised your hand. Any question from you, Mr. Adrian?
Yeah. In fact, on the stall, I just had issues with the info part. I'm not sure whether it would be updated. Like you have the stuff that says about us, contact us. I'd filled it, but somehow when I preview it, I don't see anything.
So I think you must have kept the button as inactive. You must have updated the data, but you
Yeah,
must have
yeah. No, I
kept the
kept it
buttons as
active.
inactive. Can I know your stall name?
Clockwork Goa.
Okay, I think I just visited this booth. Okay, see, first of all, okay, I'm sharing your screen so that I can help you understand where rather everybody can understand where people are making mistake. See, this last feed, it is for video chat, not for WhatsApp mobile number. It's a video chat link, so don't put your mobile number and leave it, right? Then, so I've deleted that, I've removed that, and then okay, your rest of the booths is update. Okay, see, it is there about us, contact us. See, the contact you have kept it active, but you have not fed any data. It is
No,
empty.
I'd filled it, but somehow it didn't come. What about brochure?
Would not have been able to see the booth. So that is why we have updated the link. So this is your actual website link. Then we have a send inquiry is active, chat is active, videos. Okay, fine, it was proper, and rest all the things are fine. But brochure, visiting card, contact details, you haven't uploaded and you have kept it as active. So that is why it is not showing.
Okay. Actually, I changed it to active and I uploaded the stuff, but Anyway,
And
I'll try. I'll
anyways,
try it
you
again.
can anyways email me. Also, I have emailed you on your email ID, Adrian
Okay.
at Clockwork Goa. I have emailed you. You can provide me the details there. I will update it. Don't worry.
Okay. Thank you
Vishal
so
ji.
much.
Vishal, I have one question.
Yeah, Manish ji.
I had this in visiting card actually. I have uploaded 3 visiting cards, but it is showing 3 plus 3 actually. I'm deleting it actually again. Actually, I'm just checking it. It is showing 3 plus 3. It is not getting deleted. If you want, I
One
can share the
second.
screen also.
No, 1 second.
Vishal, the same problem with me. This is Hamir here from Whitebark. I've got about 6 same visiting cards. If I'm deleting it, it's coming back.
1 second. 1 second. Let me come one by one. Manish. Sustainable innovations, right? Manish ji, your
Yeah,
book
yeah,
name
yeah,
is.
yeah, yeah.
Okay. So which one you wanted? Okay, let me share the screen. Yeah, which one you wanted to delete?
Top 3 I want. Actually, below 3 you can reduce. Actually, it's a 2 set has come actually. You can delete 1 set. Top 3. Hello.
Yeah. 1 second.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
is
yeah.
getting updated.
And same thing for brochure. Brochure actually same brochure got uploaded twice.
Yeah, your stall is updated. You can preview it.
Vishal ji.
Anji.
Thank you.
Vishal ji. Just wanted. I'm from Design Excellence. Just wanted.
1 second. I think 1 second. Sir, give me a moment. Let me address one more issue. Amir ji. Amir ji. Hello.
Vishal, Amir ji had 6 cards and he was trying to delete this.
Can I have his
Amir,
stall name? I request
must be
if you
White
have
Bar.
any such issues, I request if you have any such issues, you can simply WhatsApp me and it will be sorted. Don't worry. You can put the instructions, whatever you want to delete or whatever you want to add. You can simply put me up on the WhatsApp and it will be updated. Don't worry.
Vishal, this still actually 5 visiting cards it is showing. You have deleted actually 3. Only 1 got deleted. Still it is showing out of 6, 5 it is showing.
1 second. Your stall is in, what is your booth number?
Huh?
What is your booth number?
77. Sustainable innovation.
Booth number. I mean, total booth number. Which segment you are in?
Others category.
One, two, three, four, five. 1 second. Yeah, it is done. Now only 3.
Okay.
Hello. Yeah.
Thanks. Hello.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Hello. Yes.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Hello. Yes. Yeah.
My
So guys,
company name is Design Exclusive. I just wanted to know whether from IT I've been transferred to the others.
So you want to change your hall?
I think because last time on my last this thing I was in IT. Mr. Santosh has asked you to change it to others, no? Because I'm into interior, I'm into modular furniture, modular kitchens and furniture.
Okay. So can you just drop this message onto my WhatsApp? I'll update it. Don't worry.
Okay, fine. I'll do that. Thank you.
Right. Right.
guys, anybody else? Any other
Guys,
questions?
once again, I reiterate, if anybody has any small issues, you can simply just WhatsApp me. It's a just few clicks job for us. So we'll sort it out. Don't worry.
So, shall we close in for the day?
Can we leave the meeting?
Yeah, sure.
I can't
All right.
Vishal and Sandeep, I've posted
Yeah,
on
yeah.
the chat with regards to the website link.
Yeah, that will be done. That will be done. It will open in a new tab. So
Okay,
basically,
great.
see, please understand, ma'am. I mean, to all the exhibitors, we are right now at the setup stage. Okay. So once we are done with that, and these all things are our own SOPs. Okay. So we are aware that brochures will open in the another tab, chat function, whereby function, uh, website. All this will open up in the another tab. So all
Right.
these are all are our basic SOPs. So it will be sorted. Don't worry.
Right. Thank you.
Thank you.
One more question is, how do we
Yeah,
log
yeah.
in as a visitor and as an exhibitor so that we are able to be present at our stall, but separately be able to network in other halls? How do we do that?
No, you don't need to do that. Rather, when you are logging in as an exhibitor, you will be provided a button called as Go to Exhibition on your dashboard. Okay, so you can visit the exhibition as well. Simultaneously, you can. I mean, I don't think you need to be attend practically on the exhibitor dashboard because there is no use. All right. If your name is there on the video chat, you can simply keep your video URL opened in the another tab. And rest all for the chat, you don't need to be online. Obviously, I mean the visitors will directly send a message on your WhatsApp only. So you don't need to be online.
So if we want to visit some of the other halls, what do we do?
So that's what I said. On your dashboard, there will be a button. We are going to keep the button active on 18th. There
Okay.
will be a button called as Go to Exhibition. So when you
Okay.
click that, you will be inside the exhibition.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Right. All right. Okay, guys. Thank you so much.
Okay.
And see
Thank
you
you,
on
Vishal.
18th.
Thank you, Vishal Ji. And for others who
Thank
want
you.
any further queries, please WhatsApp Mr. Vishal. He'll reply to you. Okay.
Okay. Thank you,
So good
Sandeep ji.
evening to
Thank you,
all.
Vishalji.
Thank
Good
you.
evening.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Wish you all the best in
Okay.
future.
Thank you,
All the
Sandeep.
best
Thank
to you
you,
guys.
Mayuri and Arman
Yeah.
Bhai and Mudit for
Thank
all
you,
the help.
everybody.
Yes. Thank you so much. Bye.
Thank you. Thank you, Vishal Ji, for being here.
Thank you. Thank you.